Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Thanks so much for stopping by. I figured today I would just explain what's going on over at my grinding bench, just keep people updated on some of this stuff, and then I'm going to get back to work. So in this video, I'm going to explain some happy things that I've learned as we're getting everything back on track here and fully inspected and stuff, and just remembering exactly where we were when we picked up in Boise when we had to move. So I'm wrapping up some last GSO 12s here. I didn't get as far as I would like. These things have just been insanely time consuming. So I know how to attack these moving forward once we're manufacturing choppers and things like that all ourselves. But if you watch some of our older videos, you'll know that two previous companies had been working on these. So we're just doing our best to get them finished out how we want now, the very best we can, so that you guys can really enjoy these and have something that is more representative of what we're doing today. So it's a slow process, but we're getting there. Before I switch over from fine grinding back to rough grinding, though, I realized we had made some headway here before leaving Boise. So I found that I've got about 48 more EDC 4s that were just ready for finish grinding. So I'm just going to go ahead and get those ground and get those moving through bevel grinding and finishing. And then we've got some batches of or GSO 3s rather, that I had gotten everything down ready for finish grinding. So we didn't quite get them all done, but since these are right at this step and I've got that wheel on anyway, we're just going to go ahead and get these done, and then I'll get the machine changed over. Now, why I'm doing that, I can explain that today. With our grinding process, all of this is self-contained within this wet base. It's considered a wet sump system. So the swarf and everything collects down in there. I've got some filtration systems set up to make sure that on our clean side here, the coolant's pretty well nice and clean. But when we switch back and forth from rough grinding to fine grinding, that changes our grit here. So right now I'm set back up with the fine grinding wheel. So I've done a lot to clean this machine out to make sure that we're not recirculating that rough grind media that causes some scratches and things on the parts that would be less than ideal. So I try and get as much done at each step as possible. If I'm going back to rough grinding, it's not a big deal, but going to fine grinding, I have to change out the towels. I clean the inside of the machine a lot more, and just get things cleaned up in the coolant area and things so that there's not coarse grit hiding around the machine that's causing us problems and messing up our finishes. So we're going to get these piles of parts ground, and then I'm going to switch back to the coarse grinding wheel so that we can get all of these parts roughed down, just oversized, and get all this ready for finish grinding. We do have some GSO 4s over here that I had to jump off of, and then there's more GSO 4s in MagnaCut, some EDC 4s, different things that are really close here that we're going to start getting finished out here now. So I just want to share what's going on. I will be sharing more updates. I'm trying to keep these short and more concise. So if you're not seeing the model that you ordered, don't worry. I will be sharing updates here in the coming days on where everything is. So that's what's going on here this morning. And thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you found this to be informative. Have a great day, you guys. And just a quick follow-up, just because I was talking about the stuff I was about to surface grind over there with the GSO 4s. We had started getting these worked through finish before we left Boise, but like I said before, we had to jump off to do some other things when that decarburization cropped up with all of our work coming up. So just know that we have been working these through. I've got more over in finishing, like I showed the other day, and then we do have a bunch here finished already that are engraved, sharpened, and ready for assembling. So it is all happening here. Just things got a little messed up when we had to redirect for that issue, but we're up and running now, and everything is getting back on track. So these are looking phenomenal, and we can't wait to share all this with you. Anyway, this time I'll sign off for real. Have a great day.